What's going on, guys? Steel City Sniper back with another video. I just recorded this whole video before. It ended up going over 10 minutes long, and I don't really want to keep you guys here that long today. Today's video is basically, as you see from the title, it's my honest review of the Battlefield 6 beta. Weekend 1 just came to an end, and we'll have one more weekend of the beta before launch, which will be in October. But I figured here we are in the middle between weekend 1 and weekend 2. I feel like this is a good chance to now, talk about the game, what I'm liking, what I'm not liking, and what I think the community wants to see fixed, what they want to see kept, all that type of stuff. Um, First off, I'm going to go over some of the cons that the community's been discussing, some of the stuff that I've noticed myself that I'm not a big fan of. And first off is just the shotgun. That thing is too overpowered. Its range is insane, and it 100% needs to be toned down a bit. I know a lot of people are complaining about it. A lot of people are abusing it of how good it is. So that needs addressed. Another con that people are talking about is the time to kill. Personally, for myself, I'm actually enjoying the time to kill in this game, but again, the rest of the community, it seems like there's a lot more people that aren't liking it than liking it. So that's obviously going to be a con. Another one, same thing. I have a slight different opinion on it, but a lot of people don't like the map sizes. They're saying that the maps are too small, and they don't feel like the true Battlefield maps. In a sense, I do agree. I understand where they're coming from. You know, playing games like Battlefield 1, Battlefield 5 recently that had huge maps, I can see where people are upset about it. But at the same time, not n- none of these matches that I played that I think, this map's too small. Like it would take me a good while to run from one site to another, um, going from even the middle of the map to another team's base or something. Like it took a while. You need to use vehicles. You need to use whatever ways of getting across the map fast to your advantage. So personally, for myself, I think the map sizes are kind of perfect. But I'm going to put it as a con because a lot of people don't like it. And again, I can respect that. I understand in a sense, especially if you're a long time Battlefield player. Other than those cons, I don't really think based off. I mean, I put a decent amount of time into this beta. Um, I think I only didn't play it one day, and then on the days that I was playing, I played a good couple hours just to like really take it in. Um, eh, it's very hard to find other negatives. Maybe the sniper glare of seeing a sniper. It's very hard to see the person who has the sniper in their hands. Um, maybe the coloring, the saturation of the game itself. People blend in with the environment a lot, but again, I love that type of aspect of a military type game. And I understand Battlefield's not like a true mil sim, but it's still a really good, nice balance between a military simulator and just an arcade shooter game, FPS game. Now to jump into the other flip side, let's go to the pros. And for me personally, I think the gameplay in itself, the flow of the game, the speed of the game is in a great spot. It really reminds me of Battlefield 4. It doesn't feel too slow. It doesn't feel too fast. I really do strongly believe it's in a really good spot right now. The weapons, the actual, era that we're playing in the modern era is just a really fun experience. Every single weapon I used was fun to use. The actual, like I said, the atmosphere, just the sound of this game is just so immersive, so cinematic, and I think they knocked out of the park for that. Um, I also think, what they can build upon is very, very strong and has a lot of potential. I think there's a lot more growth for this game than there is, just releasing it and saying it's dead on arrival. I think, again, this is insane to say, but I think the Battlefield 6 beta is better than the full game that we have for Battlefield 2042 right now. if, if this was the launch right now, if this beta that we just played all weekend was the actual official launch of Battlefield 6, I actually can admit I'd be happy about it. I think it's a very solid beta that it has that type of value to be a launch game right now. So I guess what I'm trying to get at is EA has to execute this well. They need to take what we say to them, any sort of feedback, and put that final polish on the game. So when launch night gets here and we jump into this game, it feels the same as the beta, but a little more fine tuned. It seems like performance mode. I play on obviously PlayStation. I have a 120 hertz monitor. I had like the FPS like counter thing on my monitor. It comes with like a thing that shows like your actual frames per second, and that did show it playing at 120 FPS in performance mode. Now, I want to put like a little asterisk next to that because it didn't stay there all the time. You would have dips down into like, the low of 100, sometimes below 100 into the 90s or whatever. But not once did I ever think that was noticeable. Playing the game and having those dips. If I didn't have that FPS counter showing, I would have it'd be very hard for me to actually say, "Oh, wow, frames are dropping." Because it drops down to that for maybe like a couple seconds if that, and then bang, you're right back to 120. But I know a lot of people were kind of wanting confirmation on if it was 120 hertz or not, and I can assure you guys off of my testing, quality mode was 60 and then performance mode is 120. Resolution wise, I didn't do any testing to see what the resolution was. It might be like an upscaled resolution for performance mode, whereas, quality mode gives you a solid, like you're playing in 2K resolution or something. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to talk about. Like I said, I don't want to make this video too long. I'm just curious what you guys are thinking on the beta and what you guys think about Battlefield 6 in general. Like, are you guys picking this game up? What stuff have you been enjoying? What don't you like about the game? What needs fix in your opinions? Because I'm curious. I want to see your guys' comments down below, and we can have some discussions. We can talk about it. And then maybe I can do a follow-up video about any sort of things you guys talk about down below, and I can read all that stuff in another video and discuss another video that we can again start having discussions in that that comment section. I don't know, guys. I'm excited for Battlefield 6, and I think now that this beta came to an end and we're in that standstill between the next week's beta, I'm finding myself wanting to play it so badly. And I haven't got that in a while for a certain game, and seeing it be an FPS game is really, really crazy to me. Um, like I said, just having fun on this game, the skill-based matchmaking not being anywhere near Call of Duty's level, being able to, again, I didn't have a single game where I didn't do decent. I was dropping 40, 50, 60 kills almost every single game I played. It doesn't mean we were winning every match, but at the same time, I could go in and have fun with my friends. I could do stupid stuff, just blow things up, do whatever, and just have a good time. And I think that's what this game really is going to give the community. It's just having a fun time. There's no sweatiness behind it. There's no, you know, knowing that you're just going to spawn and then die, 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 die all the time. But yeah, that's where I'm going to keep it, guys, because I am getting again close to that 10-minute mark. Even though I said I didn't want to do it, there's just so much to talk about. There's so much to discuss, be excited for, to voice our opinions on. So yeah, that's where I'm going to keep it for now. Until you guys let me know down below any comments that you have, concerns, positive reactions, whatever it may be. Other than that, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.